Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hai semuanya, hoi alemal, ketemu lagi nih sama Chris. Semoga Sobat KBRI semua yang ada di rumah dalam kondisi yang baik-baik saja dan selalu dalam lindungan Tuhan, khususnya di masa-masa pandemi saat ini. Tapi bukan berarti kita nggak bisa bersenang-senang lah ya, kumpul-kumpul bareng dan ngobrol-ngobrol bareng. Seperti hari ini kita akan ngobrol-ngobrol bareng sama seorang pemuda yang spesial. Kenapa spesial? Karena pemuda berprestasi yang satu ini bukan hanya dibilang diaspora, bukan hanya dibilang keturunan Indonesia, tapi sebenarnya ya kalau ditarik garisnya dia adalah orang Indonesia asli. Mau kenalan pasti dong. Penasaran kan? Langsung aja deh kita langsung ngobrol-ngobrol bareng sama tamu kita hari ini. Halo, Noel.
Yes, hello.
Is it Noel?
It's Noel.
Noel, ya. Ya, kadang-kadang emang agak susah ya, lidahnya masih lidah Indonesia soalnya. So Noel, okay, just introduce yourself.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Noel Silalahi. I'm 20 years young and I live in the Netherlands, especially to make it in the details in the city of Helmond.
City of Helmond. Helmond mana suaranya? Jadi, okay. Karena Noel ini sebenarnya adalah Indonesian descendants ya, dan you've been here for like how many years?
Since I was born here.
Since I don't know how many. 20?
20 years.
Oh, I thought it's 15
already.
years to 15 years ago. So I'm like old. Seriously. Okay, since 20 years ago you've been here in Netherlands. That's why Noel itu untuk kayaknya kalau untuk ngomong bahasa agak susah ya.
It is, definitely.
Tapi kalau ngomong bahasa kayak aku ngomong bahasa Indonesia bisa dong?
I do understand it.
Nah, bisa. Tapi karena kali ini kita nggak akan berinteraksi secara langsung, jadi biarkan saya yang bertanya-tanya dan mewakili teman-teman semua yang mungkin pengen menggali lebih dalam apa sih atau siapa sih Noel ini. And Noel, you said that you were born in North Brabant.
Yes. In Helmond.
In Helmond. So I see you're wearing something here in your neck.
Yes,
what is
true.
that? Can you tell me something about that?
Yes, this is the chain of the local municipality of Helmond.
Oh yeah.
I wear this chain only at public activities like this, and also when it comes to youth projects in Helmond. So
why does so?
My function is I'm a youth major in Helmond. So we have the major and her board members in Helmond, and we also have like the youth major.
I see.
Yes.
Jadi Noel ini adalah wali kota muda. Ya, bilangnya wali kota pemuda, wali kota yang apa sebutannya ya? Dibilang junior juga bukan, tapi yang mewakili para pemuda di Helmond gitu.
Yes.
The mayor for the youth.
For the youth.
For the youth in Helmond.
Yes, correct.
So it's not Indonesian, only Indonesian?
Not only the Indonesian, also the Indonesian ones, but also the Dutch ones, the Turkish
everyone
ones.
in Helmond.
Everyone.
That's great. Luar biasa ya pencapaiannya seorang Noel ini. And how do they elect you?
Let's begin at 2 years ago when I applied for it. Before that I was a member of the youth council in the city of Helmond, and together with 8 other younger ones, I represented the youth in Helmond. And after that, there were like elections or something like that to be a youth major, and on that time it was possible to apply for it, so I did it by writing a letter to our major, and after that she told me that I was the major. She selected me.
I see.
And that was very surprising because it was a new challenge, and I really liked it. I really like it till now, but that was quite surprising that I was chosen back then. And now it's gonna be till June 2021, June or July.
Yeah.
And then I will give my chain to someone else. So
it's like the Miss Universe thing. You're just giving the crown to the other selected person.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of fun, I think. And how has it been? Like this, I don't know how many. How many
Incredible,
months?
incredible.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Besides the pandemic of COVID, it was very, very interesting. I learned a lot from it. To keep in touch with policymakers, with the youth also, because it's all because of the youth that the projects are still being like this energetic that there are still energetic projects in Helmond, that there are a lot of that the attendance is getting bigger, that we are developing in that, and that we can show that the youth are also having a voice to have power in Helmond, that not only power in like that we are doing demonstrations, or that we are doing that we are only outside to do nothing, but we are also sitting on that table and keep our voice up to develop the policy, which is very important for the youth, because we are the future in the city. But also like here in The Hague and other different cities, it's very important to let people know that they are very important as well.
Yeah. So do you involve in the policy making in Helmond?
Yes, I already gave advice in connection with the other members of the youth council, but also the youth who are attending at the projects. They are also the brain behind the policy. So it's not everything. Not everything comes from around me, but it's also from the youth ones in Helmond.
So this is the face of our future politician, maybe somewhere in the future.
Hopefully.
And you should make some policy for Indonesia too. So we'll be waiting you in Indonesia. So it's a little bit of your daily work as our daily task as the youth mayor in Helmond. But I want to ask a little bit about your Indonesian background, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course, I don't mind.
So I see that you were born here, but from your face I see that you're 100% Indonesians. So can you tell a little bit about your backgrounds?
Yes, of course. My mom is from Maluku Tenggara. She is from her parents they came from the K Islands. My granddad was a former soldier in the Dutch Indies time, in the KNIL on that time. And my dad, he's from North Sumatra, so it's to the far west.
So your father is from the North Sumatra, and then your mother came from Maluku, and then you meet in Kalimantan, no? It's in the middle because it's in the no.
No, but the family of my mom's of my grandmother is from Java, so from every part of Indonesia there is
so you are an Indonesian.
Fully
Indonesian, Nusantarawan. Hebat loh. Jadi memang ini darahnya emang bener-bener darah Indonesia. Dari keturunan Batak, so Batak ya. From
Batak,
North Sumatra, dari Batak, dari Maluku ada, tapi memang ada keturunan Jawa juga.
Also.
Tinggal ditambah 2 lagi jadi lengkap tuh. 5 pulau besar ada semua ya. Jadi when was the last time you visit Indonesia?
Last time was in 2019.
And where you were going?
I went to Magelang. I went to
Jawa, yeah.
Malang. I went to Jakarta, the capital. Yeah. Of course. That's it.
So is that your first time there, or maybe I don't know, how many times have you visited?
How many times? I think 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times.
Yes. When I was born, I went to Indonesia because my parents married there.
Oh, okay.
The second time was in 2013.
Yeah.
Then I visited the family of my mom at Java. And then in 2015 I went to North Sumatra to visit my dad's family.
So in which part of North Sumatra that you've already been visited?
I visited the lake of Toba Lake.
Yeah, of course.
Was very interesting. I really like that area, especially the Toba Lake. Then I went to Medan as well.
Okay.
Pematang Siantar, where my dad is.
So you're Pematang Siantar person.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
They have, I think they have a good coffee in Sumatra. Jadi kalau yang suka kopi jangan lupa nyobain kopi Sumatera. If you like coffee very much, then you should visit Indonesia. Iklan dulu sebentar. So back to your routines. You said that you've been involved in policy making, representing the youth voice. Is there any meetings that you're initiated, or is that routine meetings or daily meetings that you're doing in Helmond?
Yes, the meetings are structural in Helmond. So this week, upcoming week, we have a special event to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of our youth-friendly city project.
Okay.
I will attend there to share with the youth what we've done in 2021 and also in 2020. Sorry. It's gonna be fun, I think.
Yeah,
and
I should be there, eh?
yes, you're very welcome.
Because I'm a youth. By the way, what is the maximum age for the youth?
Yeah, that's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if I think it's good when you're feeling still young, then you're welcome.
Okay.
And if you can add something on that project, that's also good.
I'm youth. But in terms of the election of the mayor or the selection of the youth mayor, is there any age cap?
There is a age cap. It's till 20 years.
Yeah.
But now I'm 1 year over, so for now I think it's
because
it's time to change. But it's still good. I have till June and July, and still a lot of things to learn. Still a lot of things to discover. So it's gonna be fun.
Is there any minimum age cap?
There's a minimum age cap, like 21 years, 20 or 21 years.
It's the maximum.
That's the maximum.
The minimum?
The minimum is when you are feeling attracted to be
okay.
major.
So is there any, I don't know, maybe 13 years old or the 14 years old become a mayor?
Before me,
yeah,
there were 2 other youth majors. They were like 17 or 18 years. So
17 or 18. Oh, so
18 years.
So it's a high school or between high school and the college age.
Yes, true.
Okay. Jadi buat yang diaspora Indonesia, sobat KBRI semuanya yang berminat menjadi the next mayor, youth mayor of Helmond, atau mungkin di kota-kota lainnya juga ada. Tuh, sekarang kita tanya-tanya deh, gimana sih triknya, tips dan triknya, apa aja sih yang harus dilalui sama Noel agar bisa terpilih menjadi wali kota muda atau apa ya sebutannya, youth mayor aja kali ya biar gampang, youth mayor. Nah, so Noel, in your own opinion, what do you think? How to be elected or selected to be youth mayor?
I think it's very important to open up yourself for the public, for the inhabitants in the city where you live. I think it's very good to show your voice, to make changes, that you want to be that person who wants to change in the city, to give some changes that you want to share with others, and that you will be successful in it. And I think it's also very important to not be afraid to do that. Nobody is holding you back or something like that. If you follow your path and if you follow your dreams, and if you like it, then it's very good to do those kind of work, and you can also learn from it. And sometimes it's tough, but you can learn from it. That's the main thing.
So yeah, that's great. Hearing from its first-hand experience, I can call it first-hand experience because you're now the youth mayor of Helmond. But yeah, I've heard that there are other cities that have this youth mayor program. But in Helmond, is this starting? You said that before you there are already there are 2 youth mayor. So it started like I don't know, 2000 something.
2018, I guess. Yes,
That's the first time.
That's the first time they started the project with the youth council back then to support the participation of the youth in Helmond.
Yeah.
And till now we have it, and it's I'm very very happy with that. And I would like to be have a role in it till it No, there is no end of it.
Yeah,
There is no
yeah,
end of
I
it. Till
see.
it's still developing.
Okay. So I think it's a great program and I don't know, maybe we can adapt it in Indonesia. Kita bisa coba ya, di Indonesia ada kayak semacam wali kota muda atau mungkin juru bicara daerah muda. Jadi untuk mewakili suara dari para pemuda, khususnya ya sekarang kan dibilangnya apa ya? Milenial, Gen Z. Nah, Pak Jokowi udah ada tuh programnya waktu itu dengan staf sus milenial waktu itu, programnya staf sus milenial. Mungkin bisa kita juga, apa KBRI nanti mau ada duta mudanya? Ya, bisa jadi nih, dapat ide baru jadinya. So, I heard from just you can call it, there's the bird that calling that told me that you've been actively involved in several social activities and you involved in stichting. Can you
Yes.
talk about it?
Yes, the stichting is translated in English is a foundation.
Yeah.
In Helmond, we have a foundation for the Moluccan
Okay.
community,
Yeah, yeah.
and its foundation Aini Ein, Stichting Aini Ein.
Ein.
Aini Ein is a translation of that we care for each other.
It's Maluku.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, a
okay.
Moluccan dialect from Maluku Tenggara,
Yeah.
and the main goal of the foundation is to share our Moluccan culture with others,
Okay.
so that we can make connections with other cultures, because Helmond is a multicultural city.
I see.
So our main goal is to share our culture with other cultures, that we can make Helmond what it now looks like.
Yeah,
Because and far away from now, it was just only we came in 1964. The Moluccan community in Helmond, but in 1951 they arrived in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and then after a couple of years, in 1964, we came in Helmond, and back then there were no other cultures like now, and it would be very good, and it's very it would be very surprising if we can show our cultures.
Yeah.
We have differences in cultures, like we do we have with the Dutch ones or with the Turkish ones. It would be very great if we can share it together, that we can
Yeah.
show what the city of Helmond looks like nowadays.
Yeah. I have to be completely honest with you that I've never been to Helmond, so I don't know how it looks like there, but it's gonna be fun, I think, there.
Yes, definitely.
And back to the stichting matter. So, do you have any programs that you've done in the past, months, years that you?
Due to the pandemic, we didn't realize the projects what we've supposed to organize, because we were started back in 2020, February 2020, and 1 month after that, the coronavirus came to the Netherlands, so everything was shut down, and we couldn't make a move forward or a step forward. So it was very difficult for us to organize some events for the society, for the community, and also the community of Helmond. But what we did the last 2 years were like we organized a party for the elderly ones, for the 60 plus community of the Moluccan society. But we also did memorials from back then, because our first generation they are all passed away. And what we did is we have a monument in Helmond, because the Moluccan community, we were placed in like a special area built for the former soldiers back then. And every year we're coming together to have a memorial. So we're laying some flowers at that monument, and then we are singing together and come together to develop our contacts, contacts, and also the youth are coming there to show that this is a part of your roots, your identity, and it's good to come and to attending those activities to know more of your roots. And we also did connection days, so we are going to other Moluccan communities here in the Netherlands to know each other better, and especially the youth also. So that's one of the events that we are doing currently.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, talking about the culture itself, you know that you already know that Indonesia has so many diverse cultures.
So many.
Yeah, especially in the eastern part of Indonesia, there are Papua, there is Ambon, there is Manadonis, there is even if you move a little bit to the west, there is a Balinese culture, which by the way, Rahajang Nyepi untuk semua umat Hindu yang merayakan, and then Javanese law and along the way until Aceh. So by bringing the culture of, I mean, not only the Malucans or the Maluku culture to Helmond, but also Indonesian culture in Helmond, like you said earlier, Helmond is already, I mean, the Netherlands already the melting pot of the world. So we make the culture of the world culture become richer and the Netherlands culture become richer. You told me earlier that I heard that you have a monument about the soldiers that maybe passed away, the memorial monuments in Helmond. I never knew we have one.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about going there and see the monument, of course. But I also heard that you're singing. I mean the people there gathering and singing. That's so Indonesian.
That's typically.
Yeah.
Typically, yes, it is.
And what kind of this is just a small question, but what kind of song that you sing that they
would like to sing well-known songs from the K Islands, which our grandparents brought to the Netherlands, and they shared it with their kids. And it's very beautiful to see that those parts of our culture are still alive, and like I said, also the youth are still coming to those memorials, and they hear it, they see it, and hopefully that's a dream of mine that we can sing it as youth together when we are elders. So when we are in the future, when we are still coming together, and I think that's one of the most important things what we have to work on, that we do not lose our roots, our vision on that, and I think that's very good if we are still using it.
Talking about the roots, what makes you interested?
What makes me interested? I think by hearing it from your parents about Indonesia, and then visit Indonesia afterwards, so you can see it, so you can feel it, so you can hear it. And if you do that, I think it's like an eye opener for you, because it's how do I say that in English? I think that's something like acceptation or a resume or something like that. I don't know if I say it good, but it will open your eyes.
It's an eye opener.
An eye opener, yes, because if you hear something from your parents about Indonesia, and then you can see it, then it's an eye opener.
So rediscovering one's roots. It's maybe not every people in this world been blessed like you. The one that have no roots here in the Netherlands. Actually, you don't have like the Dutch blood at all, but you're discovering your Indonesian roots by yourself, and then I don't know, it's a revelation. I think it's kind of a revelation moment. I have a goosebump hearing this, because for me, that I was born in Indonesia, and I've been in Indonesia for as long as I know. For me, it's not that hard to rediscovering my roots, because I live in Indonesia. I'm Indonesian and I live in Indonesian. But for you guys that born here in foreign land, and then you try to rediscover your roots and making a good thing out of it, it's a great thing.
Absolutely, it's a great thing. And also, like you said, that you already lived there, and then you are tracing your roots. It's easier than a foreigner.
Yeah.
And I think it's for me. It's also when I realized that I had a root, that I have a roots. It's I realized that I live in two worlds, like the Western culture and the Eastern culture.
Yes.
They are. How can I mix that
Yep.
in different situations? But it's. Let me give you an example. If
Yeah.
I go to school, it's totally the Western culture.
Yeah.
Because it's more than it's like I have to make a career and I go to school, then I see everyone, but it's all based on that career you will make for the future. But when you're returning home, the food is ready, the nasi goreng and then the satay and everyone, then you're in that Eastern culture, because it's not like the I thing, it's more the we thing,
The
It's coming-
familial thing.
the familial thing, and you're coming together, you're singing together, you're dancing together. And if you're going back to that Western culture, then it's more like, yes, career, you have to go to work, and that's living in two worlds. But I can handle it, and sometimes sometimes you have to accept things how it's supposed to be. And but I think it's also very nice and very interesting to live in two worlds here in the Netherlands.
So you never.
But I don't have any problems with it.
You don't have any problem.
I do not.
So that's gonna scratch, because I'm gonna ask, have you ever experienced a culture clash? But I think you already answered it with your own presentation there. But yeah, you visit Indonesia. You have traced your backgrounds. You have you have dig your roots. What do you think now about Indonesia and its development?
About Indonesia and its development. Now I heard that the stadium of GBK is already renovated. So I
Yes.
think I can say a conclusion that there is a lot of development in sports.
Yeah.
Because I heard also that the Asian Games took place in
Yes.
Indonesia, and that they
It's
also
a big one. Yeah.
made a bid for the World Cup under 21.
Hopefully.
So yeah, I think I can say in conclusion that there is development in sports, but I think the policy about social health is getting better.
Yeah,
I think.
About we have like this we call it Kartu Indonesia Sehat, so it's like a social security card and so on and so forth. So you like sports?
Sports.
What kind
Yes.
of sports do you like?
I do really like football, of course.
Okay, you're saying GBK, so football. Okay, so you play in the league, any leagues, in amateur leagues, or just playing for fun?
It's a long time ago.
Okay.
I played football here in the
Yeah.
Netherlands till I was 14 or 15 years old.
Okay.
I was a goalkeeper at the local football club.
Okay.
And but it was a funny time because I'm not really that long like the Dutchies are. So sometimes they said like, "Oh, that goalkeeper is very short.
Yeah.
We will shoot higher, so he cannot save the ball." But I trained a lot in jumping, in diving, and positioning. And sometimes it was like the opponent says like, "Wow, how can he save that ball?" Because we all had a tactic to shoot higher and it's quite shocking. But till I was 15, I decided to quit.
Yeah.
Stop playing football because of my study, and my interest then was jumping over to politics and something like that. So, but I do still watch sports. I really like football. Premier League is my favorite
Premier League.
competition.
What team?
Liverpool FC.
Okay.
Do I smell that I have an opponent here?
No, I'm not a big fan of Premier League actually. I'm a big fan of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
So let's say I'm a MU fan.
MU fan.
Because of Ronaldo. Yeah, call me bandwagon or something, but I don't know. It's up to you. So, speaking of the development in Indonesia, we just held this MotoGP in Mandalika.
Yes, I already heard it.
Yeah, it's a shame that I can't go there because the pandemic situation, also the stuff that I have to do, that I cannot see the guys racing with the either 500 cc bike, I think. So yeah, that's a bummer for me, but Mandalika circuit, as far as I know, still gonna be the one of the best in the Asia. Yeah, we hope, of course, we hope a lot of development in Indonesia, and you, as one of our diaspora, can give something to Indonesia as well. Give I don't know, maybe you can give a lecture, involved in something in social works, or you can give us suggestions and be an Indonesians, we call it ambassadors for the youth people here in the Netherlands, or in Helmond, or in any kind of situations. But let's talk a little bit about your education background. So you're taking public administration, or
Yes, public
something?
administration.
Public administration. So you're strict. Yeah, you're aiming to be politician, to be a civil servant, or in the government.
To be a representative.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why you take those that path?
Public administration was for me an interesting study because it is encouraging my current function, or encouraging my current study of public administration, because that knowledge that I learn from that activities besides my study will be very encouraging to go through that study, because a lot of practical things I can see it clearly back in my study, in the theory, and also backwards, the theory and the practical thing. So it's in common. Yes, it's adding each other, and I recognize it in life. So that's very good. And there are also studies like politicology, or do I say that? About politics, political studies. But public administration, I think it's more wider.
Yeah,
You can choose whatever you want if you finish your study.
I see.
So I think that was the main reason I choose it.
The public administration.
Public administration.
And
Yes.
I think since you're involving in social activities, you told me you also like to interact with peoples, and you think a lot about peoples and its culture, and about this unity among humankind. So I think become a studying in public administrations will give you opportunity also to make a better policy for everyone, I think.
Yes, we all can make changes. So
Yeah.
that's the base where you can start at to finish the study first, and then go to find a job which is in common with public administration.
Yeah, like I remember when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. A small step from humankind. A small step for a man, but a giant leap for humankind. I think that's what he said back then. And yeah, I like your view or your perspective in cultures, because in my field of works, I do involve in Indonesian culture, a lot of Indonesian cultures, and how to promote it. In your own opinion, how to promote Indonesian cultures here in Netherlands?
How to promote it?
What's the best way, in your opinion?
The best way is to exchange it in events where a lot of cultures are coming together. I think it's better to exchange cultures when you're not only meet the Dutch ones, the Dutch culture, but also the other cultures. What we do have here in the Netherlands. That's also our main goal in Helmond, very locally, from a local perspective, is what I said in the first round. That it's very important not only show the Dutch people what our main culture is, but I think it's very important to show it with everyone who are living here, because it will not be only an eye opener for us, but also for other countries, because then it will be very nice to see if people saying like the world is maybe different in like colors or cultures, but we're all humans.
Yes.
But we have other way of living, but we can still connect with each other, and it's very beautiful to see if we can share our things that we can learn from each other. And I think that's very good if you do not only exchange it with the Dutch people, but also with other cultural perspectives here.
Yeah. Because the harmony has to be nurtured.
Yes,
Because
yes.
we all came from different backgrounds, different stories,
Yes.
and we should make peace and
Yeah,
nurture it.
yes, like we do. You're from Manado, right?
Yeah,
and
Manado,
I'm
Sumatera.
from Sumatra or Maluku, so we can connect with each other.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things happened in the past, but you have to look forward and not use each other, but you have to stay connected with each other, because if you look forward and you will do it together, it will be very good instead of attack each other. You know, it's now very actual with Ukraine and Russia, but we don't talk too much about it. But that would be beautiful to see that.
Yeah, we have those terms in Indonesia. We call it toleransi dan gotong royong in Indonesia. So jadi tetap pupuk ya rasa toleransi, rasa gotong royong kita semua sama siapapun, apapun latar belakangnya, apapun rasnya, semuanya kita tetap harus saling menghormati satu sama lain dong ya. Now, for the last part of my questions today would be, how do you think about the Indonesian diaspora here in the Netherlands?
Wow, that's a good one. If I can talk about Helmond, about our community, you see the first and the second generation came to a different country. The cultural is very different. Everything is different. The way of living is different. And a couple of years later, they are going to live in a Western social community, cultural things, and then it's going to be something new. They are having life here, and that's what I said. You are living in two worlds. But what I see now is that a lot of the youth, they want to trace their roots, but they don't know how to do it. That's good to see. I think it's a semi-emergency call for us to work on it, because they really want to know their roots, but they don't know how to know. And if I can talk about Helmond, I do often speak with a lot of people from the youth of the Moluccan community, and also the Indonesian community, and the Indonesian Dutch. They always say like, I would like to learn the language, I would like to learn the cultural dance, the music, but I don't know how we can do it. How do you know it, Noel? I always say, by doing it together. And not only we as a youth, we have to use our parents, our aunts, our uncles to educate us, to learn, to give it to us. And like it's the same what I said. If we share together, we can use it together. And I think that's the not a main problem. I think that's more an eye opener for us as a community to use it on the right time. And the right time is now.
There never been a better time except now.
Now.
And I'm quite surprised and actually amazed by how there are a lot of people that contact us at the embassy and ask the same thing. They want to learn Indonesian because their great grandparents is Indonesia or something. I think because of the development of technology, the information culture, communication and technology makes it easier to find your roots, find the backgrounds, find any information. But at the same time, there are a lot of false information out there, and there are so many hate speech and black campaign or so on and so forth. So it's it's up to us to filter it, to find what is useful for us and what's
useful.
What is useful and what's
I
not.
think the most useful thing is to really go back to Indonesia and see it.
Of course.
That you can live in it.
Yeah.
And if you live in it, then it will be great for yourself to trace more, and use that cultural elements, what you see, what you saw, what you heard, what you felt there, to use it here, and that makes it. And now I'm repeated again, to live in two worlds, and that will be very, very, very
and
lovely to see.
Yeah, and I think you're enjoying it until now.
Yes, I do. I cannot wait to go back to Indonesia.
Me
to
too.
visit
It's
again.
been like, I don't know, almost 2 years I've never
Yes,
been to
yes,
Indonesia.
the same,
I think the same
the
thing
same.
for you too. Hopefully that you're gonna experience Indonesia soon, because we have like 10 new Bali, I think.
10 new
10
Balis?
new Balis.
Really? Wow.
You've been to Bali, right? No.
Never.
Never.
I never before.
Yeah, you have like 10 new destination. I mean that is similar to Bali, and maybe even better. It's something that you cannot quantify, because it's in your eyes and your heart. You can quantify what's your experience. So your story has been an inspiration for me, and I think for all of you guys that watching this, for all Indonesian youth, and not only Indonesian youth, but all the youth here in the Netherlands, or anyone who see this podcast. And then for the last part, do you have anything that you want to tell to everyone who is watching the podcast today?
Yes, I would like to thank everyone who were watching this podcast, and I would like to thank you also for inviting me.
You are welcome.
And
thank you for you.
Yes, I would like to say that we keep in touch with each other, trace your roots further than ever, and hopefully we can meet each other at an event.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in Helmond, I think.
Yes, sure.
And you should invite me to the singing at the memorial, because it's gonna be a fun thing to do, I think.
All right.
Because Indonesian likes to dance and sing.
Dance and sing. Yes, of
and
course.
one more thing, if I don't know if you have any youth who wants to trace the roots, Indonesian roots, or wants to learn Indonesia or something, you can always talk to the embassy, and we'll provide like everything that we can.
Wow.
Thank you
Great.
very much, Noel. Once again, thank you very
You're
much.
Welcome.
See you soon.
So,
Terima kasih semuanya yang udah hadir hari ini. Seru banget bincang-bincangnya pasti ya sama Noel. Dan jangan lupa untuk komen nanti di bawah sini. Silakan komen dan jangan lupa subscribe. Dan sampai jumpa di episode Embassy Talks berikutnya. Dah.